to Friday's live training. Now, what I'm going to talk about today is setting intentions. So I recently posted a question in the group as to what topics people would like. Two of the most popular were clarity and habits. So the reason that setting intentions ticks both those boxes is it starts like this. To achieve the results that we want to achieve in our life, we first of all have to take stock of where we are and get clarity on what we want. So there's quite a few steps to get clarity, especially if you're not clear. So when we have a bit of clarity, we then have to determine how are we going to get there. So imagine it's like there's a hurdle race. You're at the start line. You now have a direction and you know where you're headed. There are hurdles along the way. So the hurdles that you will come across will be twofold. The first type of hurdle will be because of events that are happening outside your control in the environment. These include things like challenges at work or problems that happen in your work environment. It could be losing a job or having to do something else in work which pulls you off from achieving what you want. It could be things that happen to people around you, your loved ones. It could be health issues or they need your help. So that can distract you from you achieving what you want and aiming at what you want. The other type of hurdles that you will experience, and these are probably the most difficult ones to solve on your own, are the inner battles that we have. These are when our old patterns come up and get in our way. Our old habits, our old way of thinking, because we run our life from habits that stop us from moving forward because we don't feel like it or we unintentionally sabotage our success. So those are the keys to find a way to overcome the hurdles. Now, along the way, imagining that you get over a few hurdles, one of the keys is to be consistent and do the right actions to keep yourself headed in the right direction. Now, to do this, we have to feel inspired and motivated, and we have to create habits. Habits are what help us be consistent to do the things that we need to do to achieve what we want. So a really powerful technique to help you keep on track. And the reason why this is so important is, you may have heard me say this before, you have around 50 to 70,000 thoughts each and every day, and our thoughts also become habitual. And we run our life by habits, anything from 45 to 95% of our day. And our habits are run outside our conscious awareness by our subconscious mind, which is 1,000,000 times more powerful. So if we don't find lots of ways, tools and strategies, and probably have someone to help us, then it's unlikely that we will ever achieve the goals and the level of success that we want. And a few people put that they wanted to create habits. So if they're wanting to create habits, it means they're not achieving the results that they want. And we have the potential to get distracted every 8 or 10 seconds. And another statistic is around 92% of New Year's resolutions fail. 1 out of 9 people achieve their goals. So unless you find a way to overcome the hurdles, the inner hurdles and the outer hurdles, you won't achieve the level of success you want. You'll never maximize and fulfill your potential. That is the reality. So one of a key techniques that I teach all my clients, and I learned many years ago, and really when you commit to doing this, magic happens in your life. And that is the power of setting intentions. And setting intentions is really making a decision about what you want to achieve. So you can set an intention for your day. You can set an intention for a big goal. My intention is to live each and every day healthily so I can achieve my goal of health. It could also be an intention that the next meeting you have will be the most fascinating, interesting meeting that you've ever had. So you can use intentions throughout your day Now, I always set an intention at the beginning of my day. So I'm going to read a section from my book, because there's so much in here in my book which will help you understand your mind and take action towards what you want. So if you haven't seen it, I'll hold it up. It's called Creating Healthy Life Habits. I think a better title, the subtitle is Easy Tools for Getting Started Now. I wrote it quite a few years ago, and if I was rewriting it, I would probably change the title to something that I feel is more relevant. It's like the beginner's manual to the mind. So on page 105, there is a short section called Mind Power, directing your focus with attention. And focus is the energy of the mind. Remember, everything in life is energy. So our mind has an energy. And as I said, the energy of the mind is focus. So literally, where you place your attention and your focus, energy flows. Hence, if you set an intention, which is setting the energy of the mind towards what you want, it's like driving the car carefully along the destination, along the route to get to your destination. And hi, Richard. So I'm just going to read this because it really explains the power and the methodology of setting an intention. The power of focus is a key ingredient to success. Imagine for a moment that you have a goal, something that you want to achieve today, tomorrow, or in a week's time. Focus on it fully and imagine yourself standing in a goal, or as Neville Goddard says, standing there in the moment of the wish fulfilled. Imagine that your intention, what you want, is like the rudder of a ship. The focus of this is drawing you towards the result, steering you towards your destination. Next, imagine how you will feel when you've achieved your goal. When you are right at that moment of achievement, put all your attention inside yourself into this feeling. This feeling, this attention, is like the engine of a ship. The engine will help power the ship to its destination. Your desire of your goal, your wish, is like the high tide. It lifts you easily and off over the sandbar where you've been stuck. Author of the book, The Power of Awareness, Neville says, attention is forceful in proportion to narrowness. When you pay attention, it signifies that you've decided to focus your attention on one object or state rather than on another. When you create a habit of setting daily intentions, you're channeling your focus like a laser beam towards what you want. Send out what you want and it will be reflected back to you. In my experience, the more precisely and clear you do this, the greater your likelihood of success. An easy way to remember intentions. I write my intentions on a card and I carry them with me. On one side, I write the intention, and on the other side, I write a question starting with how, such as, how can I easily and effortlessly insert whatever it is I want to achieve? And whenever I think about my intention, I take the card out, read the intention, then the question, and put it away again. Easy. It will help you stay on track. Then I give a link to a page on my website with lots of free resources on it, and I give a powerful tip to help you train your mind. Remember, your mind is a muscle, to pay attention, because paying attention is key to achieving the success that you want in life. So if you go back to summarize what I've just said, you set your intention, your focus of the mind on the thing you want. You feel how you will feel. So you're drawing your feeling to the end step. So you're steering and putting fuel in the tank to help you stay on track. And in the quote from Neville, when you pay attention, it signifies that you've decided to focus your attention on one object or state rather than on another. And that's so key because, as I said earlier, we get super distracted in our lives. And how many times in your day have you got distracted by a bright, shiny object? And before you know it, you're doing something else and you completely forgot what you were doing. And then you get to the end of the day and you haven't achieved the things you want. Obviously, there's other methodologies, like there's discipline required. There's methodologies and structures and systems which I have that I teach my clients, which helps them stay on track and achieve extraordinary results. However, in the meantime, I hope this gives you a little bit of help to keep on track and stay focused. There's lots of other steps. And if you don't have clarity on what you want, well, just start for that day. Set an intention for the next hour or the next day. It could be something like, my intention today is to stay focused and present all day long. How can I easily stay focused and present all day long? That in itself is giving you a little bit of clarity for the day. Obviously, there are other tools and techniques to help you get clarity, get unstuck or through your fog, so that you can create a clear path. So 2 things next. My book, that's mine with notes on it, it's on my website in the shop. You can download an ebook. It's really inexpensive. I've made it, I think it's, I don't know, $11, $12, $13. I'm not sure. It's on there if you want to get it. And the second thing that I am doing is I'm putting together, for the first time, I'm super excited, a small group, 6 to 8 people. And we're going to look at exactly that. We're going to absolutely help you create a clear path for what you want for the next 12 weeks. We're going to set goals that are realistic, and we're going to create a strategy and a plan to help you get there. And that will include creating routines and habits to make sure that you stay on track. It's overcoming the hurdles along the way, which will be looking at your values and your belief and your inner conflicts, so that you really get to know who you are. You let go of the distractions and you finally achieve the goals that you want. It's 12 weeks. If you're listening and you're interested, it's a group program, but there will be no more than 8 people. My intention is to start it next month. You'll get me every week for 12 weeks, and it's going to be really super fun. So I'm looking for some people who are a little bit motivated. They may be stuck, but they're prepared to put in a little bit of effort, because I'm going to guarantee results. I'm going to do my best to help you all achieve what you want. Leverage off these challenging COVID times and feel that you've done something amazing. And one of the reasons I'm doing this is I'm finding there's a lot of stuck people at the moment. And at challenging times, we either thrive or we survive. And I made a decision to thrive and serve as many people. And to help myself do that, I've done 100 days of no alcohol. Hey, I broke it twice and that's okay. I continued. I then did a 9-day liver cleanse to focus on getting my energy back. Wasn't quite where I wanted, so I did another one. The last one was super tough. I nearly quit, but I guess I have the strategies and the means to make sure that I didn't. And I didn't quit, and now I feel super amazing. And I'm so glad that I disciplined and worked towards leveraging this time, because it allows me to be even more helpful to people and serve others out there. So my question for you is, what's happening in your life at the moment? Are you surviving? My heart goes out to you if you've been impacted by the economy, by health. However, there are a lot of people that are doing okay. And the ultimate thing is to build grit and resilience. And the way to do it is to invest in yourself and work on yourself. And obviously accountability, an expert, and a group of people can be exactly what is required at the moment. So have an awesome weekend. I'll put the link below to the place you can grab the book. And if you're interested, and we will have a conversation about if you're interested in my group, because obviously I need to make sure that it's the right thing for you. If it isn't, I'll tell you, and hey, I'll make sure you get value from the conversation. So send me a private message. And thanks for all your comments, Elizabeth, Richard, Sally, Sarah, Susan, and everybody else that watches the recording. Keep safe, have a great weekend, and remember, you are your greatest asset. Creating habits is a key to your success. Consistent action is critical, and clarity for what you're doing. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll speak to you. I'll be back on Monday with the Monday morning wisdom, and the letter on Monday is P, and I have so many options I haven't quite decided yet. So thanks everybody for joining, and for the great comments. Richard said, great session. Thanks, Mandy. Elizabeth, wonderful, Mandy. Thank you. And Elizabeth says, I need to read your book. I think you might have my book, Elizabeth. If not, it's available on my website, and I'll put the link below. So keep safe, have an awesome weekend, and make sure you embrace this step of setting intentions. I promise you, when you do, magic happens. So let me know how you go. Bye now.